We are at the Cattle Industry Summer Conference in Denver and joined now by Bob McCan, who is currently serving as president of NCBA. Bob, you got great representation of the industry here, and I know you all, the committees, have been busy working on policy and working towards that end goal coming up at the annual meeting.
That's right, Ken, and we've got the three groups, Cattleman's Beef Board, NCBA members, and American National Cattlewomen as well, and all of their members, and they're conducting their meetings. And this is really kind of the work time for us here at Summer Conference, and roll up our sleeves and get a lot of good committee work done before annual convention. But it's always a good time to see everybody kind of midterm. So.
Let's talk about the issues. Boy, we could talk about what has or hasn't happened in Congress. Let's first tackle those regulations. Waters of the U.S. has been something that your organization has been keenly involved with.
That's right. The new proposed WOTUS rule is just going to be a really detrimental effect on farmers and ranchers across the United States, and I think just about anybody that's in that business. You know, we are mounting a big fight against this, and we're going to try to build up as many comments as we can. We're asking all the folks out in the country, not only NCBA members, but all the producers, farmers and ranchers out there, if they would like to make a comment. It's very easy. They can go to our website, beefusa.org, and there's a link there that they can go to and make a comment, even if they just say, I think this is wrong. It doesn't have to be a huge comment. But we would really like to make a groundswell with this. We were successful in some of those EPA proposals earlier, like the dust rule and some of the other ones that we were able to get our voice heard and get enough folks out there. So that's what our intentions are.
Congress going on their August break back to their districts. They left a lot of things left to do, and one of those that could be a big impactful is moving the ball forward on the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement.
That's right. We've been very close to negotiations on that at NCBA. We've got a really good relationship with the USTR, our office there in Washington, D.C. And, you know, we really hope that we're going to be able to come to some kind of resolution with the Japan issue there and be able to get our product included and not cut off and not subject to the big tariffs that we've had in years past. But it's going to be a longer process than we thought. I think it's worth trying to pursue to keep Japan in if we can. And if we can't, we need to go forward and have a good trade pact, because TPP has been touted as a good modern trade pact, 21st century type pact that's going to reduce and eliminate tariffs and non-tariff barriers, and that's the direction we need to head with trade for our product.
A lot of tax extenders expiring once again. Many of those have an impact on current ranchers and also as people look to the future of ranching operations.
That's right. We're making a big push on our tax policy there to try to get those things reinstated, where our producers will be able to take advantage of the expensing that they need to do on their operations, and there's no reason why we should. We have to pay the tax on the other end when we make the money, so on the cost end we ought to be able to deduct these expenses, and so yeah, we're going to try to get some of that stuff reinstated. So.
Courts ruled on the country of origin labeling, so I guess we're at that step. The Canadian Ag Minister was here at this meeting. Maybe kind of bring that whole cool update and what you want to talk to producers about with that.
Sure. Well, yeah, Minister Rich was here. We were really excited and honored to have him at our meeting. He's been a good partner for us in Canada, as have our Mexican counterparts south of the border. They're our top two destinations for our product right now. So we feel like, you know, we need to make the effort to work with them and trying to get rid of this country of origin labeling rule, which has been nothing but detrimental to our producers and really hasn't caused any financial gain for anybody. So it's time for it to end, and so we have been working with Minister Ritz, and glad that he has taken such an active participation in that. So.
Talk with your predecessor, at that time he was looking at the record high cattle prices, but your term has kind of broke the record. I don't know how much your credit, but that'll be quite a thing to look back on at the end of this year, that you were during some pretty good times.
Well, that's the old joke. All the past presidents say it's a direct correlation with who's NCBA president and what's going on with the cattle market, so I'll take credit for it, Ken.
Well, Bob, thanks a lot. Have a good meeting. We look forward to seeing you again at the annual meeting.
All right. Thank you, Ken.
Bob McCan, who is president of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. We're at the Cattle Industry Summer Meeting in Denver. For AgView, I'm Ken Rahjes.